What's up, everybody? We're back again with more Donna Adelson stuff because since this morning, where we jumped on and tried to get to it to answer the bat call, since so many people sent me this information yesterday, last night, stuff has happened today and more information has come to light. So tonight I wanted to do just kind of a quick video. We're going to go through her arraignment, which had some very kind of weird stuff in it for being a 2-minute video. And we are also going to read part of the affidavit as attached to her arrest warrant. And we're going to find out what she was charged with and some very interesting, brand new key facts that we did not know before seeing these documents that will absolutely be used against her. It is shocking that this stuff actually happens, but it is right in line with the Adelson family MO, as it is going to be similar to a lot of other evidence they have against her. If you guys are here again for this Adelson video and you're trying to keep up to date with everything going on with this case, please hit that like button and subscribe to our page if you haven't already. We are so close to 300,000 subscribers. So let's get to this very short arraignment. And this is posted on the Surviving the Survivor YouTube page. I just saw recently that they had reached out to me in the past. I don't know if we ever got back to them or not, because John, I know, saw a message from them. So we will reach out to them soon and thank them for posting this to make it easy access for us to see and break it down and continue this discussion. Somebody sent me their video or like breaking the news or whatever of this stuff happening. And they had, I think Tim Jensen is the lawyer's name that was on the show. And I'm like 99% sure, if I remember correctly, that was Jameis Winston's lawyer, I think. If not Jameis Winston, another Florida State football player. I remember it was his lawyer's a criminal defense lawyer in Tallahassee. So that was kind of funny, blast from the past, that when I saw that, when a bunch of you sent me that the Adelson stuff was dropping on this channel. So anyway, shout to them. Let's take a listen to this arraignment, see what we can learn.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
So the lawyer, bottom right with the black hair, represents Donna Adelson. Bottom left with the blonde hair is the state.
And I apologize, it is an in-state warrant. So I did write out of state.
We have a busy calendar today, so.
You do.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you were arrested on a warrant from Leon County, Florida. The charges are public order crimes. It says attempted solicitation, conspiracy to commit a capital felony, homicide, willful, it says homicide, but maybe attempted homicide, I'm sorry. Attempted solicitation or conspiracy to commit homicide. It looks like 2 counts of that. So your attorney is here.
So conspiracy, attempted conspiracy to commit a homicide or first-degree felony. Those are the charges. No surprises there. We all kind of figured that's what it was going to be. Very similar to what Charlie Adelson was charged with. So no surprises there in the charges. This is the arraignment so that she can hear what the charges are. And they're going to talk about her extradition and how they're going to get her up to Tallahassee. So we'll listen to the rest of this.
Ms. Del Caso, anything you want to say?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marisol Descalzo on behalf of Donna Adelson. We are going to waive extradition to Leon County.
It's an in-state warrant, which means, so basically you have a warrant from Leon County. It sounds like really serious charges. They have up to 15 days to come and pick you up. The reset date here is November 29th to make sure you get picked up. So Ms. Del Caso, what you can do is reach out to Leon County, the prosecutor's office there, and see if they'll agree to a bond. If they do agree to
a bond, they got her at the airport trying to flee to Vietnam, and they're well off, and they're charged with a conspiracy with multiple people potentially getting gang members involved to commit homicide. This is not exactly a bond case.
You're welcome to contact Ms. F. She can send you a sample order we use, and with that order, we can sign.
Judge, I think it's unlikely there's going to be an agreement on this.
What's the solicitation?
She said, Judge, I think it's unlikely there's going to be any agreements on this case, let alone with a bond. So I don't think that's going to happen. We will talk about what Donna Adelson is wearing in a minute.
Anyway,
I think it's unlikely there's gonna be an agreement on this.
what's the solicitation case? Anyway. Okay, so you want to hear
Sounds
something
like the
funny?
judge
She
doesn't know a lot about the case. She's like, it's a solicitation case. It's like, well, you'll see, Judge.
looks like a lady that was on my airplane yesterday.
She says, this looks like a lady that was on my airplane yesterday. Now, I thought she was saying that about Donna Adelson. Donna Adelson's lawyer thinks she's saying it about her. What do you guys think? Who do you think she's talking to?
Mhm. Did you come in from Paris?
I did not. I wish.
She looks like a lady who was on the airplane with
No, I think she said your client did. She looks like a lady from the airplane. Very weird and strange, right? We never really get the answer to this, but some people said Donna Adelson was coming back from Italy. I don't know if you connect through Paris or whatever, but the judge was on a plane from Paris and said she looks like a person plane. Very strange, very weird. Could be contradicting like a one-way flight to Vietnam. I don't know. Very strange stuff in this wild web.
me for real. And I'm sorry you're going through all this. They have 15 days to pick you up. The reset date's November 29th. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you.
Kind of weird also
That's
saying,
it.
I'm sorry you're going through all this. Kind of weird, but maybe it's just this judge's personality. Maybe she has a nice personality that feels bad for people in these situations, which I can understand, but just kind of interesting. Okay, now we're going to jump to here, I'll just show you this so you can see what it is. This is the summary of offense and probable cause affidavit. So for the first 14 pages, they basically go through the entirety of the case, that it was a hit, it was hired, how they connected everybody, Magbanawa to the Adelsons, to the shooters, where they were, cell phone pings, money payments, how he paid Magbanawa, how he paid the actual hitman, the connections between Don Adelson to Charlie Adelson to Catherine Magbanawa to Sigfredo Garcia to Luis Rivera, okay, which we have heard about in detail. No major surprises there until we get to this page 14. So here we go. Catherine Magbanawa was tried and convicted, sentenced to life in prison, October of 2022 and November 2022. Proffers that were mentioned were conducted with Catherine Magbanawa. Okay, then just very recently in October of 2023, last month, the trial for Charles Adelson commenced. On November 6th, 2023, Charles Adelson was found guilty on all charges. He is set to be sentenced in December of 2023. In an Adelson's trial, Magbanawa testified that Adelson told her that his mother, Donna Sue Adelson, had just departed his residence at the time Magbanawa arrived on the night of the homicide. Magbanawa said the money she received appeared to have been washed. And we know that they think Donna Adelson washed it. But here's the brand new stuff. Jail calls from after Charlie Adelson's guilty verdict, which is between November 6th and November 13th. So within that week, include multiple calls in which Donna Sue Adelson is telling Charlie Adelson that she is getting things in order, creating trusts, and making sure her grandchildren are taken care of. Donna discusses plans to unalive herself, but also discusses plans to flee to a non-extradition country on recorded jail calls. Now, what's interesting is they don't quote the recorded jail calls. So how much are they summarizing or paraphrasing? I think that's important. Are they reading into it? Is it code like we know they've used a lot on other recordings? But wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be ironic if yet another recorded phone call between Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson was her undoing? And that's how they knew where she was going to be. This was the last piece of evidence that they needed to really tie up all the loose ends, that she said she was going to flee to a non-extradition country. Donna Sue Adelson has considerable financial resources to accomplish this, which we know from the trial, multimillionaires. On November 7, 2023, Donna and Harvey Adelson booked flights to Vietnam with a stop in Dubai. So Charlie Adelson is convicted on November 6th. One day later, they book flights to Vietnam with a stop in Dubai. The flight departs Miami on November 13th, 2023 at 8:10 p.m. to Dubai. And then it departs Dubai on November 15th at 9:35 a.m. and lands in Saigon at 7:35 p.m. a.m. So they heard the jail calls after his trial. They booked the flight November 7th. They get him at the airport November 13th. If there was ever a case where no bond should be allowed because of the risk of flight, this sounds like it. And as we saw, she was wearing the garb at her arraignment that people have when they are on a certain kind of watch, when they may hurt themselves or do something that law enforcement doesn't want to allow while in the prison system. So she is wearing the garb and probably under supervision to make sure she doesn't do anything to hurt herself while she is in prison at this point, especially if they have some mention of that on jail calls or some mention of that potentially when she first got arrested. We've talked about in the past how when people first get arrested for very serious crimes, they could be looking at life in prison or worse. They go on suicide watch immediately. So that would not be that unusual for Donna Adelson. Okay. So in this ever-moving story, we wanted to come and give you the update of the information that we found, the legitimate information here from the probable cause affidavit, the arraignment. We will continue to follow this case. Charlie Adelson's sentencing is going to be in December. I wonder if this is going to move fast and furious since they just had the case. They seem to be ready for it. But they also talked about how potentially they wanted to gather more evidence. So let me know what you think. Are you surprised at all by the jail phone calls? Are you surprised at all by anything in the arrest affidavit? And let me know what you think about that kind of weird arraignment. Usually it's total nothing burger. You don't really see much or hear much. But thanks for joining me. As always, hit that like button on the way out. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching another episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the thumbs up and share with your friends who may be interested here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget to listen to the Lawyer You Know podcast featuring new episodes every week. If you have a case you want to talk to us about, if it's a personal injury case, wrongful death, catastrophic injury, car accident, or slip and fall case, please email us at lawyeryouknow@gmail.com. And of course, all these links I just mentioned are included in the description below on this episode and every episode. So until next time, this is Peter Tragos, The Lawyer You Know.